Bonjour mes étudiants. In this video, you will learn about the different French accents and how the sound of a letter can change with these accents.
Bonjour! What we are about to learn in today's pronunciation rules is incredibly important. You must have noticed different lines or symbols on various French letters. Have you ever wondered what they are? Well, if you have, this video will answer your questions. We are about to learn now the French accent, les accents français. You must have noticed a line on letter E while learning words like café, entrée, cliché. And if you try to remember, I had told you that it is the accent aigu. Yes, this line and other symbols on certain letters or alphabets are called accent. So yes, this one is called accent aigu. When this accent appears over a, it changes the pronunciation to a. Let's take up the next accent. What you saw over a is the accent grave. It slants towards the left. You must have noticed this accent on these words too. Boulangère, ou. This accent can be found on three vowels, a, and u. Interestingly, when accent grave is put on letter U and A, it doesn't bring any change in the pronunciation. Rather, it helps in distinguishing two words which are written the same way but would have different meanings due to the presence of this accent. For example, OU without the accent will mean or, while OU with accent grave would mean where. Another example. A without the accent means has. It is actually the conjugation of the verb avoir, while a with accent grave would mean at, in or to, like in J'habite and New Delhi. But the sound is changed when this accent is put on a. Sound of the letter a, which is a in French, changes to the sound a, like in the French word boulangère. Make this sound as if you're smiling. Boulangère. It is slightly different that the a with aigu, that is a, café, and boulangère. Can you spot the difference here? A. Great. Then next we have accent circumflex. Now let us see these words. Âge, hôtel, s'il vous plaît, être, août. Let me pronounce all of these for you once again. Âge, hôtel, s'il vous plaît, être, août. So we observe here that there is another symbol like a little hat on A, E, O and U. This accent is called accent circumflex. It brings no change in the way we read different words. So why do we bother adding an accent to letter when it doesn't affect the pronunciation? Actually, this accent represents a historical marker from Old French. Well, actually hundreds of years ago, French people stopped pronouncing S in certain letters. You wouldn't believe, but être was earlier estre, hôtel was earlier hostel, and août came from August. So after having stopped pronouncing S, the French removed S, but later on realized that some trace of this letter should be kept. Hence, this accent was added to reflect erased S from these words and say here, there used to be a letter here which has been removed. Next up is Axon Sedil. We have actually done this accent before, so it would be really easy for you now. This accent has a very major role to play in this language, since even the word French in French has this accent. Remember, what do we call French in French? Oui, français. So what is this letter C with accent? This is alphabet C with accent Sedil. What you need to understand is that whenever you see C with accent, you simply read it as S and not K. You must not forget how you asked ça va and said façade. Here too, sa is read as sa. So having the sedil changes the pronunciation of C as K to S. Finally, the last accent we'll see in this video is Accent tréma. Look at these two dots in these words. Noel, which means Christmas, and maïs, which means sweet corn. So, what do these two dots do? Well, when we have two vowels next to each other and both of them are pronounced as separate letters, the dots help us to recognize that both the vowels will be pronounced separately. So these accents will really help you to pronounce different French words correctly.
Now, here is a question for you. And the correct accent on the correct letter in the word CAFE. The pronunciation is cafe. Answer in the comment section below. One lucky winner would receive an Internshala trainings merchandise. Hope you enjoyed learning about the different accents in French. This video is a part of Internshala trainings French language program, and to learn one of the world's most popular language, visit the link in the description. To learn exciting new concepts and skills on the go, subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red bell icon and stay tuned for more videos.